In part two of episode 28 today, I'd like to tell you how important it is to take medications that the doctor has prescribed us. We should take medication to help us stay well and to keep the body working. To tell us more about that, I'm joined in the studio by Steve Wood. Good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining me on the program.
Good afternoon, Barry. Thanks for inviting me again. Always a pleasure to be back in the studio here. Good subject, Barry, medications. So, very serious subject indeed. Yeah. So, we need to talk about this. So, medications are given for a variety of reasons, Barry. Some prescribed and some not prescribed. Yeah. So, medications covers both of those categories, whether you need a prescription for it or whether you don't. It's still medication. So they're either given to treat a particular illness or infection, yeah, or to prevent something happening. Either way, medications is a broad spectrum of drugs.
And I'd like to show you a picture that the doctor gave me, which is on the bed. So I'm pause that. Now, this stuff here is called Movicol, and it's an orange flavour. So, Movicol comes in a range. You can have it in a liquid form or a powder form. Here's my oxider.
That's right, very popular and widely used product, Barry. It doesn't require a prescription. It's over-the-counter medication, which means you can buy it without a prescription. You take it when you need to keep, your bowel movements a little more regular. So it aids with adding fibre to your diet, is what it does, in a liquid form. Liquid fibre, which is the most effective form of fibre you can have. And that's what most.
So how do you take it? Step 1, 25 ml cap of Movicol liquid plus 1 to 100 ml glass of water equals 125 mils of the prepared dose. And no stirring needed. Just tip it and top it up. Here's my oxide.
Yeah, that's the liquid form, Barry. It's very effective, the liquid form, and very easy to take, as you said. You just mix it with water. You don't need to stir it. Anyway. And so one of those in the morning. I think did they tell you the second in the morning, Barry?
Yes.
Yep.
So this stuff, guys, okay, you see it on the screen there, and you must take it, even if it is not prescribed. Here's my oxide.
That's right. So if there's any doubt about, you keeping your regular movement up, your bowel very healthy, and have regular bowel movements. Movicol is designed to help you and keep you regular with all that liquid fibre.
So another medication, okay, is your regular, like your stomach and all of that. This helps to prevent problems in the stomach. So medication, guys, should never be neglected. Here's my oxide.
That's right. If you're prescribed a regular medication, Barry, it's very important that you take it at the prescribed time every day, and you take the prescribed dose every day, at the same time. Or maybe some of it's 2 times a day. Depends. Everybody's different. But it's important that you do follow your medication advice.
So it is no good refusing the medication. Otherwise, there is a medication incident for to follow. Okay, because if you are concerned about your medications, guys, please talk to your manager or the staff administering. Here's my oxide.
That's right. So we're all medically trained, Barry, all the support people working CPF. We all have to do quite a bit of training and we have to get approved for medications. So if you're ever in any doubt, you can ask any member of staff. We should be able to just help you.
And please don't get upset about it. Okay, talk to the staff. Here's my oxide.
That's right. Sometimes accidents happen or someone misses something, gets to sign something or drops a dose. That happens quite a bit. So just take it in your stride and move on. Everything's fixable.
And another important thing, please don't interrupt the staff when they are giving the medication because the staff may give the client the wrong medication and again an incident report. Here's my oxide.
That's right. It's important that no one's disturbed. Remember, there should always be two people. There should be one member of staff doing the administrative, one checking. But at all times, they should have to learn and not interrupted while they're doing that job.
So, on the last topic of the medication, before we move on from the medication, okay, if you are given a script from the doctor, always make sure that you check whether you had the script with you before you take it or go into the pharmacy. Here's my oxide.
That's right. So it's important that you get your script fulfilled. So usually one of the members of the house staff will get it fulfilled for you. And they'll make sure that it goes into your file and your file only.
And now it's time to move on from the medication and on to tonight's meal. When I came back from the doctors, I saw some staff making some delicious dumplings. Here's my oxide.
So, to tell you the full story, Barry, what happened is I think the house staff were a member of staff down today. And the member down was meant to be doing the cooking. They were one chap short. So, Lapka, the great Lapka, who works for us here at Lifestyles, who practically being Tibetan, she's going to make some traditional Tibetan dumplings and some minced dumplings in a very lovely brothy soup. So the residents here at OCL are in for a treat tonight.
So dumplings, guys, are great, and not why not treat the family to dumplings tonight? Here's my offer.
That's right. I've never made dumplings, so I was quite interested to be in the kitchen when the guys are making them. They look pretty simple to do. I'm sure, a few years of practice will get them better. Anyway, they're going to steam the dumplings and put them in the soup, and then they're going to steam or cook the mince balls in the soup at the same time. So you're going to have mince balls and dumplings and soup all in one pot. It's going to be very aromatic. A lot of ingredients in the soup. A lot of spinach, fresh carrot, coriander, garlic, chicken stock. Smells fantastic.
And look up a recipe for dumplings as well. Here's my oxide.
Dumplings are essentially flour and water, Barry. That's all they are. But it's, of course, it's the right mixture of flour and water that makes them light and spongy. So I'm looking forward to, because the two Tibetans have been in the kitchen, Lakpa and Lunduk. So between them, they've made dumplings, the mince, and the soup. So we get before I leave now.
Well, now my news is that I'm returning to St. Times tomorrow after getting clearance from the doctor. Now it is very important to get clearance from the doctor, but we will talk about that at the end of part two. Now, one thing I did mention in the video earlier is always be on time for your doctor's appointment, and if you can't make it, phone the surgery sooner rather than later. Here's my option.
That's right, it's very important that you keep to your prescribed appointment time, Barry. Try and be early if you can. And always don't ever let people down. Got an appointment, make sure you go.
Because you may have a serious infection and you may require some medication for it. And and blister packs too. Some medications are put in a blister pack, guys. They are available from your chemist. Here's my offside.
That's right. So what a lot of pharmacists do with people with regular medication is they put them into a blister pack to make it easier to administer on a daily basis. So the right dose should be in the right day and the right time in the blister pack. But it should always be checked, of course, because you can't rely on the pharmacist getting it right all the time because mistakes can.
Well, to end part two and episode 28, I'd just like to say it is great to be back here in the studio and wasn't nice being in hospital, but I can tell you now it is really great to be back in the studio doing the show with you, and I've enjoyed bringing episode 28 to you today, and I hope that you enjoy watching episode 28. Here's my offside.
Yeah, I'm happy to, Barry. Always a pleasure to be back in your studio. Great that it's Wednesday and you're back to St Ives tomorrow. I'm really glad for you about that. I'm glad you got the all clear, and I'll be back next week.
And I will be here on Wednesday too, so episode 29 coming up tomorrow afternoon and Friday, then episode 30 on Friday. And would I be right? It's episode 28 today,
That's right.
29 tomorrow, the big three on Friday, and episode 31 on Saturday, episode 32 on Sunday, then episode 33 on Monday, and then episode 34 on Tuesday, and then by this time next week it will be episode 35, so reaching the big 4 with my episodes. So before we do go today, the number that we rely on 24 hours a day, please don't call 000 unless you have an emergency We have said this on many occasions on the show, on the episodes that we have brought to you, so please don't be foolish with 000. Here's my offside.
That's right. Great reminder, Barry, all the time. 000, it's the one for emergencies only, and only emergencies. Don't use it for anything else.
Not to tell them that your Movicol has run out or you prescribe medication or you've got a toothache or earache or you've stubbed your toe or your car won't start because that's not what 000 is all about, guys. It's only for emergency. And that's the message we'd like to close episode 28 with in part 2. The time is 25 past 1 here on Wednesday, the 15th of July. And yesterday, before we do go, Sale of the Century, a former television show, turned 40 yesterday and went to air on this day on the 14th of July 1980. And the first host of the show was Tony Barber with Elise Platt. So happy 40th birthday, Sale of the Century.
Wow.
Thank you for joining us today for episode 28 on this Wednesday, the 15th of July. We certainly hope that you enjoyed it, and remember also, guys, to sanitize your hands, okay, and make sure that you have plenty of disinfectant and Glen 20 and paper towels in the home. Here's my outsider for his closing message on this.
That's right. Keep yourselves clean, keep yourselves disinfected, keep your hands sanitised and gloves at all times. And it's been a pleasure, Barry, as ever. And I look forward to joining you again in the near future.
In the near future,
Next week.
in 7 days.
Yeah.
So I will be here for episode 35, and who knows. And if you've got anything that you'd like us to talk about on the show, please drop me a line, because it is very important that you comment on the episodes that we bring to you. And on that note, it is time to go now. Thanks for your company this afternoon, and I look forward to your company tomorrow at 10 times catch. But until then, this is Barry Fear and Steve Wood wishing you a very pleasant Wednesday afternoon. And if you are driving, guys, please take it easy on those roads. Otherwise, you are going to go kabang. Here's my offside.
Yeah, especially when it's raining, Barry. You're right. Bit of rain about today, so take it easy.
This program has been a production of Barry Fear and has been produced and narrated by Barry Fear. The executive producer is Barry Fear. Any unauthorized footage or commentary will be removed. Here's my offside.
Very good, Barry. An excellent production, an excellent ending to this show.
And I will see you tomorrow for episode 29. And another great recipe idea coming your way in next week on next week's show. But until then, guys, have a terrific afternoon. Take care and thanks for watching and take care of one another. And from us now until next Wednesday, then have a terrific week and we'll see you next week here on the show.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye and have a great afternoon. And remember, don't forget to take this. And this program has also been brought to you today by Movercold Orange Flavors. Have a good Wednesday night, everybody. Thanks for watching and bye for now.